And what's up, guys? Thinking Gamer here with For the Wins at ftwins.com. I'm going to be giving you guys another brutal campaign walkthrough. This is mission 10, I think. 10? Yeah, 10. And this is called Haven's Fall. So this is a point in the game where you're faced with a choice, you know. And I don't want to spoil too much, so if you haven't done it, just plug your ears or something, earmuffs, right? You're presented with a choice to either save the colony from the Protoss or eliminate it. So basically, you side with the Doctor or you side with the Protoss. This is the mission where you side with the Protoss, which I think is actually a little more difficult than the other way around. But either way, the next video I'm doing will be on how to do that mission. So if you chose to side with the Doctor, Hansen, then go ahead and go to the next video and I'll show you guys how to do that one. Alright, but this is for the other mission. So as normal, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start building up my economy. Get those SCVs going. The stronger you can make your economy, then max out your production there. 24 workers on the minerals, 3 on the gases. The easier these missions are going to be. So go ahead, pump those guys out, and build your supply depot so you don't get supply blocked. Alright, you can go ahead and bring your wonderful little new Vikings they give you up here to this first base because there's really nothing that can hit them. So might as well take out those, Broodlords and Overlords and all that other cool stuff. And you want to plop down some bunkers relatively quickly at the north and south entrances to your base because you're going to get attacked. At first, one bunker is fine. These attacks do get progressively more difficult. And the siege tanks are awesome here. Go ahead, throw them up on these little cliffs and behind the bunkers down to the south. And it's really going to help defend against all these onslaught of zombie-infested Terrans. Yeah? Yeah. Something like that. So I'm waiting for some minerals here so that I can build my supply depot. And there we go. Go ahead, shift-click him back to the minerals so as soon as he finishes building that supply depot, he goes back to work like a good little slave SCV does. Yes, that's my good little slave SCV. And I'm going to go ahead, keep pumping out siege tanks, put one on each side, whatever. And I do make extensive use of mercenaries in this mission because it gets kind of rough here and there. So having those mercenaries definitely helps. And of course, you want to build Vikings here eventually. You do have a tech lab on that. I'm sorry, a reactor on that starport there, so I can build 2 Vikings at once. Pretty cool little upgrade there. Definitely what you want to put on that starport for this mission. So, of course, there's really not much you can do here at the beginning. You really need to focus on building up your economy and building up your army. Keep pumping out units as soon as you can afford to build units. And then once you got a sizable force, you can actually push out of your base here and go and start clearing out this infestation of infested infestors.
Not enough minerals.
Of little Dr. Ariel Hansen's children.
Not enough minerals.
Well, they're pretty ugly children if you ask me.
Yep. What's going on? Want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready.
And this mission is actually a pretty long one. Like I said, the other mission definitely is much easier. So if you haven't played these missions yet and you're ignoring all my spoiler warnings and just listening to this stuff anyways, go ahead and pick the one where you side with her because it's way easier. And then you can come back later and do this mission once you've unlocked some really cool units and stuff. But yeah, that mission is way easier. And if you want to watch how to do that, just go ahead and skip this video onto mission number 11. And I think it's called Safe Haven. Yeah. Haven's Fall is the bad one. And Safe Haven is the good one. Looks like I'm running into some horrible little lag there. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got 2 new graphics cards, and they're supposed to be pretty BA. Pretty badass, but they're not. They like to jitter around. But then again, recording these videos, it really impacts your frame rate. I lose like half my frames. Normally I'm running this game like at 60 frames per second maxed out, But when I run these videos, it gets horrible. Oh, and I do hit you with these mutalisks. These mutalisks suck, and I'll tell you why they suck. Because if you got like an SCV down there repairing your bunker, well, those freaking mutalisks, they ricochet. So as you can see, they hit the bunker and then they hit the tank. So if you got like SCVs down there repairing, they ricochet onto your SCVs and kill your SCVs, and it just really sucks. One thing I've noticed, like when you send SCVs down to like guard a bunker, you can either have a second SCV down there so that they can repair each other, or just throw a medic down there to kind of, you know, increase the longevity. That's a big word, longevity. The longevity of your SCVs, you know, make them a little more proficient in being able to sustain some damage, and go ahead and build some missile turrets. They're definitely going to help with those mutilisks. I don't think you really get attacked with the mutilisks up north, so you really only have to build like some missile turrets down at the south entrance there.
Not enough minerals.
All right, and as you can see, I'm building up my units here, getting some medics out and whatnot, and some Vikings. I should be getting some Vikings here. Vikings are definitely useful on this mission, but don't overdo it, okay? Don't just get like straight Vikings, because they're not going to be able to do it for you. You got to have a sizable ground force in this mission, as well as a sizable Viking force. So, and I think the attacks from the south are a lot stronger than the attacks from the north. So I like to beef up my southern entrance down there as much as possible. Get a couple bunkers, whatnot.
Warning. Last 5
Something to note: the longer you wait, the more bases are going to get infected. And the more bases get infected, the harder it's going to be for you, because they produce more infected Terrans. So try not to let them take too many bases. If they do, just go and destroy one. You don't want to let them get like all the bases infected, because you're just going to get overrun. You're not going to be able to pump out units quick enough to take out them bases down there. So go ahead, build me another barracks. Throw a reactor on it. I'm sorry. Yeah, is it a reactor? Yeah, whatever. So I can produce multiple Marines. Yeah, cool. Pretty cool. I think it's cool. Oh, actually, I built a tech lab. Cool. Okay, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. I guess I wanted to get some different kind of units, so I'll probably throw it on that one. That's why. It's been like, I don't know, like a week since I played this game, and now I'm sitting here trying to commentate it and remembering, oh man, what did I do? I don't know. I can't remember. So I'm just going to play it by ear here. And I know I played pretty well on this, so it shouldn't be too hard to figure out what I'm trying to do here. As you can see, there's those mutilisks, and I do have my missile turrets up. Oh, take that, mutilisks. Oh, yes. You don't stand up against my awesome missile turrets, do you? They are able to take down a bunker, though. Well, they didn't have any Marines in it, so not a big loss.
Warning. Last 5
In retrospect, I guess I should have did what I did on my other mission, which was a pretty cool little idea, was throw down the planetary fortress. You get away with throwing a planetary fortress down there and up there, and throw a couple SCVs on it with some missile turrets. And that would work pretty dang well, I think, as long as you put some siege tanks behind it. As you can see, another base is getting taken over by these infested, so I'm trying to pump out units. I really am, I promise. And once I got a sizable force, I should be able to push up there and start clearing these things out. As you notice, man, these guys, they start getting tougher, man. They start sending the really tough infected Terrans that can really do some damage. So you kind of gotta step on the gas pedal a little on this mission and try to get some units out there as quickly as possible. And I think I'm pretty much saturated on my mineral line. Right there, that actually kind of looks a little oversaturated. I may have built too many SCVs there. But that's generally what you want your mineral line to look like. If it doesn't look like that, build more SCVs. Or put your mouse over it so that you can count how many there. The full control group is 24, and that's what you want. So if it doesn't look like that, make sure it looks like that. Or at least check to make sure it starts to look like that. So call in some mercenaries. This is really going to help me boost up my ground forces rather quickly here. And I should be able to push out here rather soon. Go clear out one of these awesome little bases up here.
Not enough minerals.
You gonna give me orders?
For some reason, I didn't have that like hotkeyed up there. I guess I built it and then I forgot to like add it to my control group. So, oh well, I rally pointed it up there. Did I say hotkeyed? Rally point. I rally pointed it up with all the rest of my units. Blah 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 blah. And I want to push out. Why am I not pushing out yet? Oh yeah, see, I'm waiting on them awesome double dogs. But of course, I'm supply blocked like a noob. Don't get supply blocked. like me, like a noob. Just gonna slow you down and keep you from
Sorry,
doing
sir,
what you need to do.
but we've lost a second settlement to the Zerg. To the rear with the gear.
And almost unsupply blocked, almost. There we go. Alright, cool. So now I can build some double dogs. Oh, but I spent all my money. Gosh, double noob, triple noob. I'm just noobing it up this time, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. I hope you don't mind my noobishness.
Not enough minerals.
Alright, calling in them awesome double dogs, and now I've got a sizable force. I've got something that can do some damage here. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and push out with this. At least I better. If not, then I'm a liar. And being a liar is always a bad thing. Unless it gets you out of work and you get away with it. Then, of course, it's a good thing. So, I guess being a liar is only a bad thing if you get caught. Yeah? Words of wisdom. Don't follow my words of wisdom. Trust me.
Base
They
is
get you in
under
trouble.
attack.
Anyways, get my little force here up here, and I don't think my tanks are going to be able to follow because I made such a small choke point. So I decide, well, I really don't need the tanks, so I'll just throw them up here and help them defend my base. We'll go ahead and push out. We need to get rid of some of these infested bases here and kind of save as many as we can. I don't think I save any of them because honestly I'm not worried about it. I just want to get through this mission. So if they infect every base on the map, oh well, I'll just kill every base on the map. It does make it easier though. I guess you could do it quicker if you try to. If you try to save some of those bases, might make it easier. So if you want, try to get an earlier military force and push out with that, and you might be able to take this base. I think this first base up here really doesn't have too many military forces. They do have Hydralisks, so don't send your freaking Vikings up there until you got a ground force, because the Hydralisks are just gonna rip right through your Vikings.
Converging on the command center.
As you can see, I went ahead and threw my Vikings on a second control group, 5. That way I can manage them separately from my ground forces. So if they start taking ground damage from like these spore crawlers, Hydralisks, I can pull them back and kind of micro them a little bit. Not too difficult. Keep managing my base here. Keep getting supply blocked, man. Look at that. I got mad. I got mad because I was such a noob. I was like, you know what? I'm not getting supply blocked again. But, yeah, try not to get supply blocked. So as you can see, this base does have some defenses, but once you got a sizable ground force, just push right through it. Ooh, look, an Ultralisk. Watch how quick this Ultralisk goes down. Boom, just like that. So, Ultralisks are awesome. Oh, I'm taking some damage with those Vikings there. I tried to land them. I thought that would be a cool thing, but them spore crawlers, man, they do so much damage so quickly. Wasn't able to replace them. Wasn't able to get them down quick enough. So, as you can see, man, I'm killing these bases, but like there's another 6 out there now. I think I started with 4. Now I'm up to 7. It's crazy. So, and I think there's another base over here. And that's it. I think there's 8 bases, so I'm almost maxed out on bases being overrun here. But you just keep producing units, keep bringing them up to reinforce you when you can. And do remember, you can't like just randomly do a rally point in this one. You can't rally point the guys up there because then they'll just run one by one. And you've got all these infantry, or all these infected Terrans coming down to attack your base, so you're just going to lose those guys. So rally them at your main base there so that you can kind of push them out in small groups. They can definitely do a lot better. Yeah, as you see, they just keep doing that. So I think I need to produce some more Vikings. I don't know if I'm producing Vikings, but I need more Vikings for this mission because there's so many Broodlords and there's so many Mutalisks that it just really helps to have those Vikings in mass. They're definitely going to help out. And this is one of the fallbacks of actually having line of sight up there, is your units can attack from down there. I guess it's not a fallback, but your units tend to like not go where you want them to and start attacking these little buildings from far away, which kind of splits your forces up if you're not paying attention. It kind of sucks a little bit. It's something you might not be used to, but not too big if you notice it. So keep pumping out Vikings. Oh, there we go. Finally getting some Vikings going. Getting some more Marines and Marauders and Medivacs. And I also got an SCV up there because I plan on grabbing that expansion. Grab that money so that I've got enough money to continue replacing all my lost units. Definitely ground your Vikings whenever you can. I mean, Might as well, instead of having them just flying around doing nothing, put them on the ground so they can cause some damage.
Settlement has been cleared of Zerg by
And
our
here we go,
signatures.
1, 2, 3,
Well
and there it is. There's my expansion.